And the irony, as has already been said, is our colonial masters, the British who developed this, have actually banned it themselves. I love sport. I'm passionate about sport, but I find it hard to understand how anybody could gain entertainment from a large group of people on horseback with a pack of dogs pursuing a frightened animal, watching and celebrating as that frightened animal is torn to pieces. That is not a sport. That is just an exercise in cruelty and barbarism. This isn't an ancient Irish tradition, Irish rural tradition. It's a colonial pursuit that was developed by the British nobility. The sort of contrast between the starvation of the Irish people, the enforced starvation of the Irish people during the famine, and the expansion of so-called rural pursuits by the British nobility. I mean, there is a connection, an ambition by our colonial masters to drive the people off the land, to clear the land. It was an accelerated version of the enclosure movement where the rich wanted to drive ordinary people off the land to clear it for their so-called pursuits. I mean, it's sort of ironic in a way that those who defend this practice, although it's interesting that the minister doesn't actually defend the practice. He doesn't defend it at all. You didn't. You didn't. What you did is you tried to misrepresent the bill. That's what you did. You said there were things in the bill that are not in the bill, and then you implied that really this was part of a wider agenda of opposing rural pursuits. But you didn't actually defend it. You didn't actually defend it because you know it's indefensible. It is utterly indefensible. And please tell me how this is a legitimate form of sport to tear a frightened animal limb from limb with a pack of dogs. It is nothing of the sort. And the idea that it has anything to do with pest control, I mean, seriously, like, it has to be the most inefficient form of pest control possibly imaginable. And the irony, as has already been said, is our colonial masters, the British who developed this, have actually banned it themselves. But for some bizarre reason, a small group of unrepresentative people who don't represent majority opinion in this country have decided to try and defend this colonial elite practice. And I really think you should step back from this and reflect the views of the majority of people in this country to end this barbaric practice.